My work is involved in mental health and autism primarily, but I like to be involved in sort of social activities around disability as well, and just be a voice for those who need some inspiration or motivation.
So my story, I'm profoundly deaf, I'm a woman, I'm independent, well-travelled, and that's the message I want to convey to deaf people, especially deaf women, is that they can do anything if they're passionate and believe in it, and not to be frightened. Just go out there and try and achieve that, and that's been my philosophy for the last 40 years and more years to come. So don't be frightened.
I volunteer for Bolmer Trust and in different workshops. I also volunteer for Epilepsy Action. I run an epileptic awareness coffee and chat group as well at Roots Cafe.
I went to Margate. At that time I learned to sign. Then they found out I had some residual hearing, and then I moved to Brighton to Overdene, and that's when I learned to speak. So now I have the best of both worlds, really.
I have cerebral palsy and a severe sight impairment, and I've always needed somebody to, keep an eye on me in public. That brought about the idea of Accessible Gloucestershire, which is my own company. It's an online guide which specialises in audits for people with disabilities, covering the whole disability spectrum.
I'm deaf. I do have some frustrations because there are so many barriers out there in different places, and I'm unable to get access.
I have an hereditary condition called Charcot-Marie-Tooth. What this means is that if you'd seen me 30 years ago, you wouldn't have known I was disabled. I'm now a resident at the Gloucestershire House, with my friends here, which is a Leonard Cheshire home. And I moved in there when I finally discovered I was more disabled than I thought I was.
My story is twofold, and it's work related. The first one is about deaf children. I don't want deaf children to feel isolated. And the second area is mental health. Deaf people all over the UK suffer with mental health problems, and I don't want any deaf person to feel isolated.
Do you live at Gloucestershire House, Chris? No? And Claire?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy living at Gloucestershire House?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's the best thing about Gloucestershire House? The swimming pool.